Hey, what is going on, guys? So tomorrow is FOMC day, so I wanted to hop on here, get you guys kind of prepared for that and a couple stocks that I'll be watching for tomorrow. So, like I said, tomorrow is FOMC day, and we know when it comes to FOMC day, we want to be strategic with our trading. We don't want to be going in too heavy. We know that meeting will be at around 2 p.m. So we have that meeting around 2 p.m. We'll have a bit of a better idea of going forward in terms of interest rate hikes or cuts, things like that. So FOMC at 2 p.m. So now let's quickly look at our overall markets, and we can see for trading today, markets came and tested this higher supply level at about 6160. A breakout above this level would have sent us to all-time highs, but as you guys can see, we did not have that breakout. We actually had a strong rejection at the open. So we had this big rejection and we kind of flushed down, or kind of grinded down for the rest of the day. And then we found this little bit of a support area and went higher. And if we go on SPY, we can see where that support was. So it was this demand zone right here around that 608.50 level. Once we reached this level, buyers stepped in and we pushed back higher. So looking at markets for tomorrow, we'll be opening up most likely around this supply level. So I would be careful with taking longs unless we see that breakout. It could also be a low volume kind of day until that 2 p.m. volume kicks in. So if we look at NQ, we kind of have a similar story, where we were kind of selling off at the open yesterday. We grinded down, we had this flush here, but once we came to this major demand level at about 22,100, we had that push higher. This was around, I think, 2 p.m. So now a couple stocks that I'll be watching for tomorrow and for this week. The first one is on Microsoft. So we can see Microsoft, our demand level is pretty obvious here, which is around this 604 area. I missed this entry on this when we tested this a couple days ago, but a retest of this zone could be a very nice bounce play back to 610. And if we break out of this 404 level bounce to this 410 level, and then a breakout above that 410 level can send us back to the 420 range. I would also possibly be considering shorting around this area, this 411 level. So we can see this 411 level, pretty obvious supply zone that we struggled to break above the past couple days. And if markets open up kind of at a supply level, we could test this area and just start grinding back down to that 404 area. So Microsoft seems like a nice one to keep an eye on. Next, we have Google. So Google is one that has just been a little bit weaker. It's just been weaker since it had its earnings last week. And we can see Google has this level at 190 that we lost a couple days ago. And it's just been struggling to break above this level. But it has built a nice demand zone right here around that $183 level. So a bounce into this area, I would like for that push back higher. If we go kind of further back in time, we can see over here in November that supply level, that 184 supply level that later turned into a demand zone. That is the area that we are holding now. A bounce above that area could easily send us back to that 108, 188, 189 level. So this is a major one that I'll be watching for this week. If we lose this 183 level for Google, then I will be selling my long-term contracts that I am currently holding, because this thing could see a grind back down to that 176 level. And then finally, the last one on my watch list is Coinbase. Coinbase had earnings a couple days ago, and this thing had a nice push up after earnings, and then we rejected this 315 level. So this 315 supply level we rejected, and we are coming down to that 265 level. If we look at that 265 level, we can see that this is a obvious demand zone right here. And yesterday we were able to come to this level, and we were able to hold this level. So if we look at a 4-hour candle, this is kind of the thing that I like to see, where we come to a demand zone, and then we see a nice wick that tells me that buyers are stepping up, and this candle right here tells me that potentially buyers are here and they want to move this thing higher. Coinbase had good earnings and a good forecast. This is a strong stock, and I would not be surprised if this thing found this demand level and continued higher. The only thing when it comes to Coinbase is we always need to be watching crypto as well. So we need to be watching Bitcoin, and we can see Bitcoin right now is testing that $95 level. We lost this level for a moment, as you can see right here, as the overall markets were also selling off, but we're grinding back up, and we could potentially see this thing find support at this level once again. And if we see that, then I would feel more confident taking that long position on Coinbase. Alrighty guys, so that is all for this video. I think maybe one other stock, but this one I don't think we'll see it necessarily today, and that is on Tesla. So Tesla, I have my alerts on. I'm watching this level right here, which is that 348 level. A retest of this zone can give us that bounce play for that move higher back to that 360 range. But Tesla is a very volatile stock. This thing could easily break below that level and come down to this next demand zone around that 336 area. So Tesla, keep an eye on it, but this is one that I would be taking smaller positions on. Alrighty guys, that is all for this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you guys in trading later today.